We are live, everybody. The Michigan and Predator event out in Battle Creek. It's yours truly, except I'm not out there, man. It's Molina Mike. Um, we're actually coming to you remote. Well, I am anyway. Uh, I'm actually finally at my house. Haven't been here in a few months, maybe a couple weeks here and there, but not a whole lot. But anyway, we're live from Durham City Classic. Thanks to my main man, Martin Savinsky, part of Team Poland. We're also live on the Booth Brothers. My man Jeremy Mason should be here coming in pretty soon to join me. So this is the third leg of the Predator series. I believe this is part of the. I'll check the bracket, but I think this is part of the uh, first round matches that started at 10:30. I mean, don't go and quote me here. Let me see if I can take a look.
Can you hear me,
It's not
Mike?
like we're live or anything. Yeah, I can hear you. Is that you, Joey Ryan?
Yeah, it is. I got a busy day today, but I just wanted to check in real quick. This is first round action, and they are playing here on table 6. Interesting scenery there with the concrete floors and everything. Quite different than what we had in Tucson. Wonder if that'll affect play in any way.
I think it'll make them run a little faster. That's for sure. Yeah.
Ooh, bobble one there.
But so this is the first set, huh, Joey? 2-0 Bader.
I believe so. Like you mentioned, Mike, we're getting updates from the site, and so we're doing the best we can. I think it is the first set, though.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Bader kind of shocked some people out in Vegas when he took down SVB, and actually not once. Well, actually, I take that back because the second time Shane won, but he was up on Shane early on in that match. So, and then of course Fortunski, who uh, he's part of Team Poland with Martin and all those boys, Conrad and Zelensky. Boy, seeing a lot of balls rattle, man.
Mm-hmm.
I I know I well I'd heard the tables were playing a little, you know. Let's just say they were missing Mr. Dominguez out there from what I heard. So
Good safety
anyway,
there.
a little bit of a yeah, a little bit of a no ticky action. It seems to be rolling kind of fast though. I think you wanted to have that cue ball at least on the rail to limit Mieszko's options, but he'll have a kick at it, that's for sure.
If he comes one rail at this, I might want to get a ref to look at it, but it'll probably come 2 rails, I would think.
What is he? Oh yeah, he's coming too.
That's a huge thing, a huge difference you see. It's going to sell out. It's a huge difference you see between pros and amateurs. Amateurs tend to go one rail more often than pros. They see a natural 2 rail angle, and oftentimes they can create that separation that they need. Just so
Yeah, I
happened
think it
that,
also it makes the object ball just that much bigger too. I think coming in two rails.
yeah, if you're coming in on the right angle for sure. Oh, he was
Yeah.
jacked up there, and that cost him. Neither one of these guys seem to be kind of in gear yet.
Well, I mean, these guys have had a long stretch of pull, Joey, and I haven't even been hitting balls like they have. But I don't know about you, man, but I'm tired. It's been from Vegas, the Diamond event, and then Vegas, the World 10 Ball. A lot of most of these guys, if I'd imagine 90% plus of were at the U.S. Open. Some of them were even at the Texas Open before any of that. So it's been a long stretch of pull. So on some aspects you can go and say, well, they should be that much sharper, right? But then the fatigue of traveling and being away from home and staying in hotel rooms, that can get old, man. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm getting old, Joey.
No, I think you're right. I mean, we went for so long without events, and now they're all packed into one season. And so these guys, I know they're having
Mm.
fun with it, but at the same time, it's got to be draining. I know, our buddy Martin from Durney City Classic, you see his logo up there, and this is actually streaming to the Durney City Classic page as well. He's the one that has the camera there hooked up, and he was there. He's there with the Polish team. And, I said, "Are you going to get there in time for the first matches so we can get those out to people?" And he's like, "No, we're going to get there just in time for our guys to play." So, all these guys are fatigued, even
Yeah.
the folks just in their corner. It's a good jump shot there.
Yeah,
Hey,
looks
if you
like he's
guys,
sponsored by Miz.
yeah, if you guys can hear us okay and if you can see everything okay, let us know because we're kind of winging it here. We just want to make sure you guys are able to hear and see okay. I see Andrew Green, what's up? Ryan Fedora, thanks for joining. Brett Snowden, Kari Don. This is in Michigan. This is in Battle Creek, Michigan. It's the third event of the CSI US Pro Billiard Series by Predator. And it's, I think it's $25,000 added 64 player tournament. So, it's a big event. Awesome. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Pinozo said it was more like the Euro Tour.
Oh, it's kind of quiet in there.
No. Just relative to the amount of Europeans versus
Oh yeah.
American players that are in there.
Oh yeah. Look at this. This is gonna work out for him.
He hit that
Oh
one
no,
pretty
maybe
good.
not. Maybe
No,
not.
he's what? Oh,
It
yeah,
looked like
he's
that.
looking up.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, Mike, but that table rolled an awful lot there. I guess.
Did it?
Yeah. It looked like it was gonna stop short, and he'd have a nice shot in that corner.
Wow,
He
he hit
still was
that
able.
good.
Yeah, he's still able to make it. But yeah, look how far the ball's rolling here. It looks like these tables are really fast. It'd be interesting to kind of be able to interview somebody in between matches and get an idea of the conditions there. Oh man,
Oh, after he just made that good shot on the 10, he concedes
wow,
it. Bader's gonna be instant tilt.
he'll be sick on that one. But
Oh,
you know that
and that's because he
brand
he two stroked that shot before pretty good, man.
yeah, brand new balls, brand new cloth. The conditions are just a little different. You take things for granted sometimes. So I think it's 2-1. I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna go with that and see if that works out for us,
It looks
guys. We're
like
gonna be.
Fortunski's wearing my hat there.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got so just so you guys know, we just have a few people making this happen. We have Martin Sawinski. Say it, Mike.
Savinsky.
Savinsky from the Polish team. He's out there with his cameras, got it hooked up, and we're streaming to his page, Durney City Classic, Pool Player Podcast, the Booth Brothers. And we're going to be joined. You see the logo on the right, the Sweat Podcast. We're going to be joined by Jeremy Mason shortly. He's going to give me some relief so I can get back to the day job. But he'll be doing some commentary. He does some great play-by-play commentary, much better than Molina Mike.
For sure. And he can give me the six and the breaks.
He almost scratching the side on that break. Plays a safe
Yeah.
here.
I like that, getting him right over the ball.
Yeah, you got
And
an
he really just
unfortunate
limits
kiss.
the options there. Yeah.
Got an unfortunate kiss off that 6, or he would have been completely safe. Looks like can't see through Botter's head, but I think he did get him covered here.
Yeah, he's going with the short stick. He's going with the new BK Air Rush.
You've got your hands on one or two of those, did you, Mike? Look at that shot.
No, he hit that good. No. I mean, I've tried him before. I've seen uh, uh, I've tried a few of them because they had the older model before they actually did the graphics and everything else, and then uh, this new one though, this newer version. I'm hearing a lot of really good things about it from players. Uh-oh. Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like he covered up that six.
The six, yeah.
Mike, I wanted to ask you because, you and I talk all day, every day, pretty much, but we haven't really talked much about Shane and Chang, that match that is streaming on Omega TV. What are your thoughts on that match so far?
Yeah, it's been I watched more of it yesterday when I was playing some one pocket with a friend of mine locally. But yeah, it just seemed like those guys are just fighting. There's no two ways about it. They're fighting for everything, and um, it seemed like when Shane was gonna go and bury Chang just wouldn't give up, and then uh, it was a pretty exciting last, I'd say like 2 hours, as exciting as it can be, like at 2 in the morning when you're wore out, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and to close out the match yesterday to get to 80. Oh wow, he could go and make it. I didn't think he had enough rope.
Yeah. Look at that
Um,
stroke, too.
Chang, yeah, Chang came with some just some incredible shots. I can't go and undervalue it enough, man. He just his jump shots, his execution. He had some really tough balls to go in pocket there in those last couple hours to really take the lead. Not hurt. He was pissed leading into or at the end of day one. So I think we're in for an exciting day three. And I was gonna go out there today. As a matter of fact, I was gonna drive over there, but um, I'm a little bit wore out. So I'll see them next week in South Carolina.
So it looks like Fortunski is going to tie it up 2-2 if our score is correct here. This is a race to four. They do two races to four, and if at the end of those it's tied 1-1, they will do a spot shot shootout. So if you guys haven't caught this format yet, it's pretty interesting and leads to a lot of drama, especially towards the end of some of these matches here, especially when you have two fairly evenly matched opponents. I know Fortunski is a favorite here, but Bader is not a bad player at all. He's, I think, in the 745 ish Fargo range. So the guy can play. He beat Shane out in Vegas in this format. So it really does, Mike, when they're racking the balls, it looks like they're wearing your hat.
Yo, you placed it pretty good there, Joey. I like it.
Yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Guys, there's 64 players in this event, or actually 64 player event that I don't think quite filled. There's a few buys in there. So I would guess they probably have about 55. We'll get an official count for you guys and let you know. But it's the same. It's a third in the series of the U.S. Pro Billiards events. And I think there's two more. There's Ohio in a couple weeks, right, Mike? Oh, we almost scratched again.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ohio in a couple weeks.
And then Puerto Rico, which I don't think the dates have been announced yet. I know they had a big tournament planned there last year, and then COVID came, and they kind of pushed that back or changed it. But I think they're
Yeah,
going
and
to
I
try to
think
do it again.
that one's supposed to be the crown jewel too, because that one's gonna be the most when it comes to added money.
Yeah.
So um, how does that not feel? Yeah, I mean it's it's kind of crazy too when I think about it, because all so many people will go online and complain about the added money when it comes to events, and I'm not talking about just amateurs or guys like us on the rail. Like I'm talking about players that'll go and complain about added money events, and then they go and get a series of events that are $25,000 each, which you know I think you can count. I don't even know if you can count on your hand how many $25,000 added events there were last year here in the States, or the year before for that matter either. But for them to finally go and have it and then not go and support it the way that I think they should is really unfortunate. It's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree. I mean, you have a lot of added money and a multi-year agreement. So it's not just this year one and done. I mean, I was reading a thread today about people who invested in,
What a shot.
yeah, invested in a series of pool events and or some league or something, and didn't get paid out, and they're like, well, what happened? And oh, another black eye for pool kind of thing. Well, this is not. This is a pretty significant investment by CSI and by Predator, and
Yeah.
it's good for the game. So
And like you said, it is a multi-year thing. And I know whenever I was out there in Vegas, and I spoke to Kareem during. Oh, you were there, Joey, during the blackout when the lights
yeah,
went out. Oh no, maybe it wasn't then. Anyway, it was some point there where Kareem came up to us. We were with the guys at the Salado booth. Shout out to those two.
hey Mike,
Um,
real quick, what a great
what's
shot
up?
he just made on that ball. I don't know if you saw it. He was jacked up over the 10, just rolled it in right in the middle of the pocket. It was beautiful. But go ahead.
held held his composure too because he was a little frustrated that he got that position after hitting that previous shot as well as he did. Um, but yeah, anyway, I was talking to Kareem and just from in general about you know how the players have to go and buy in and all this, and they're planning a lot of really big things, a lot of really big things in the next few years. So, but in order to get fans on board, you got to have top players go and participate. But uh, I hope that those who aren't buying in, that there's other guys that go and step up and go and get the same, you know, support from fans that some of these other bigger names might go and get who aren't there. So, um, yeah, yeah, Kyle. I echo what Jerry went and said when it comes to he really paid a lot of attention to that shot. So good out by Fortunski. Um, but yeah, I echo a lot of what Jerry said. I mean, I talked to a lot of players when I was out there in Vegas. Not many like the spot shot, but I've been to a lot of tournaments and I haven't seen fans go and gather like I did during those spot shot shootouts. So for my money, this is a case where you know I don't think the players are necessarily right, and that it has to kind of be taken out of their hands because without fans being involved and going and paying money and going and supporting and going and watching, there isn't going to be any added money like this. So it's got to go hand in hand. But the excitement, the energy in the room, there was players who I don't even consider like big names by any means. It was two, you know, third or fourth tier players, and even whenever they were having their match in this race to four format, it was still a big crowd. I think it was Gerson was playing someone. I can't remember who it was, and I know who Gerson is, and he plays phenomenal. But the average pool fan doesn't know who Gerson Bosa is, and um, he was playing his match, and I mean the crowd was just still swarming. I think it was the last match of that at that time too. So, but this format really does make it exciting for fans because I mean, you saw that missed 10 ball, and now it goes from 2-0 Bader to now it's 3-2. Like in a blink of an eye, it can go and change.
Yeah.
So it really makes every shot important, every game important, uh, and anything with more pressure, I think, is just fantastic for the game. Looks like this is his first try break, huh?
Yeah, I think so. It looks like the tables are breaking pretty lively, but he couldn't get a ball there, and that rack has been a little bit controversial. And I know one thing that we've talked to quite a few people about it, and I don't think. Oh, is this gonna roll too far, Mike? Yeah, see,
Yeah,
these tables are
for sure.
fast. I think he's okay, but these tables are fast.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with. There was quite a few players from the Middle East out in Vegas at that event, and we saw them in the U.S. Open. Uh, who was the player that played on the main table at the U.S. Open? Um,
Omar or
no, 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 no. He played Judd Trump. I want to say he actually didn't play good for the way he plays.
oh yeah, I know. Oh, golly. and I
Yeah,
should
what was
know
his name?
this. And I can't remember. I know I bet on him though. That was the one where I fired on. Golly, if I see he's a bigger boy. Um,
Yeah,
God, I can't
Muhammad
remember his
something,
name
right?
though.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey guys, this is a race to four. Two races to four actually. And I like that stroke right there. He, just smooth stroked it right in. It was beautiful.
Al
Yeah,
Shamiri.
Al
That's right.
Shamari.
Yep,
Thank you, Jason.
that's the one. Yep. hmm
Yeah, yeah. Because I
No,
I watched him.
their own sent jump home. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry, Joe.
I watched Al Shamari play in Vegas, and you know when he got comfortable and was you know down on balls. I mean, he was looking really strong. So I was like, man, he's gonna have a good match here. And I guess the pressure of that table or something just got to him, and he really struggled. But the point I was trying to make is it was really interesting. I remember a couple years ago being out in Vegas and seeing all the young Polish players that were such talented players, and I had never heard of them. And it was kind of the same way for me this year, seeing all the Middle Eastern players. Obviously, we've heard of Omar Al Shaheen and some of the others, but like Botter, for instance, being able to watch him play, seeing him beat Shane, a lot of good players out there in the Middle East.
No, there absolutely is. There's plenty of talent, and it looks like um, for the pandemic, they've been working on their game quite a bit because they're coming back, and I like that comparison when it comes to the Polish players because they're coming with force. They're coming and um, showing that they're not here to go and fill a spot in the bracket, but they're here to go and compete. I think Al Shamiri, I agree with you, Joey, that it was kind of a mixture of I'm on the TV table for Matchroom, I'm playing Judd Trump. I think a lot of pool players kind of had this like I want to show them up kind of mentality, like you know. So maybe that kind of got the better of them. Um, I liked him in that game with Judd, and if they played again, I would bet on him again. Um, but they can all go and play for sure. A lot of these guys, and they're not here traveling across the world to go and uh, have fun. They're here to go and win.
Yeah, Mike, we might find out here if our score is correct. I think it is 3-2 Fortunski, but if Botter wins this, it'll be 3-3, and then they'll go into uh, a hill scenario for this first set, I think.
I think you got it
And I
right,
think
buddy.
I'm wrong. Oh no, listen.
No, no, no,
If
no,
for
because they're
if
still racking
Fortunski
them.
breaks, yeah, okay, maybe I'm right.
No, because it's a winter break, so this is going to be hill for the first set right here.
Bam! How you like that first set?
First match of the day, and we're not dogging it, Joey Ryan. I'll consider that a win, buddy.
Days early, days still young.
Yeah, that's true. My
Hey
man's looking
guys,
sharp in that hat.
guys, thanks so much for tuning in. If you wouldn't mind, make sure you're following the pages. So we have this up on several different pages: Pool Player Podcast Facebook, Booth Brothers Facebook, Windows Open Facebook, and also Derny City Classic. Martin Shawicki. So I always get it wrong, but he's the one that's providing the camera for this. So huge thanks to him. That's his logo over there on the left hand side for Derny City Classic. It was interesting meeting him out in Vegas, Mike. He was telling me how, because he's like Derny City Classic. And I was like, well, what's that? What are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, I created the tournament that was just like Derby City Classic. I guess was it in Holland? Is that where he did it or something? I think. I don't know.
Somewhere in Europe. I'd imagine in Poland, but I could be wrong.
Dude, your geography needs more work than your rotation game.
Look, some of us didn't go. Some of us didn't graduate college with a geography degree. Okay, Joey. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I know.
Push out by Fortunski after a dry break from Bader. So let's see what he decides to do here.
I guess he's playing for the kick and stick if he gets it back. This is a tough situation here. Do you want to give it back and get stuck behind the 9 ball, or it looks like you could get a piece of the side, our left hand side of the 1 ball, to where they could bank it across table and take the cue ball back down towards that traffic. I honestly think he'll kick and stick from here, though, but let's see what happens. Yeah, there's Monique, another geography person. Thanks for tuning in, Monique. Appreciate you.
Don't encourage her, Monique.
He is going to call it cross corner, and he's going to play the bank, but he'll probably play it a little short just in case like that, but I think he hit it too hard.
Sold
what about
out.
The 6 ball? What about the 6 ball?
Rut-row.
Yeah, these tables are playing. These tables are playing really fast. I can tell that already. It's because there's no carpet. When there's no carpet, the tables play faster. You didn't know that?
For sure. I was playing on a table on tile last night.
See?
All right, so what are you doing here? And it looks like he can just spin it in, come 3 rails.
Shape here. I don't know any way. I guess he was shooting for that window there, but did he get it?
He might have got it. He might have got it. Yeah, I think so.
So he was probably playing to stick on that 4 ball and just shoot from there if the 4 ball had that window. But he kind of thinned the 4 ball, which worked out perfect because it didn't push the 4 behind the 8 or anything like that. So he's in really. Yeah, I thought so, Carl. Thank you. Derny City Classic is in Holland.
Oh my god. You guys are brutal. Yeah, someone's gonna go on. Someone's the top student in the class. We get it, guys. All right.
All right. So
Martin does a lot for pool, man.
Yeah, we have our buddy Jeremy Mason who's gonna be popping in right now. How's it going, Jeremy?
It is going. What's up, guys?
Oh, not much. You sound great. Buddy? So we're hill first set here, Jeremy, and I have to take a little break, so you guys can take it over from here.
Awesome. We'll see you in a little bit, Joey. Looks like a good match here, huh, Mike? I think Mike might have froze up, too.
Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I hear you. Your picture froze, but I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been, I think Bader took a 2-0 lead, then Fortunski went up 3-2 after a missed 10 ball. And then it's not, you really haven't seen like your big traditional breaks, but it's to be expected when it comes to using this particular rack. But yeah, now they're battling it out. Looks like for the first set. And what are you doing here, Jeremy?
It looks like he wants to fire at this. I mean, I would probably think about ducking behind the 8, but he might be coming out 3 rails. No, he was able to see. He knew he couldn't beat the 8 with the cue ball, but he did decide to go ahead and fire at it and take a little bit of a risk with the cue ball. But he was pretty sure with that speed to be able to see the 5. But a little bit of a tester here.
Yeah, for sure. It slid in there though.
Yeah, it didn't pocket that very cleanly, I wouldn't say, but he did get it to go.
Well, this is game winner. This is first set winner if he can go and make this one. Oh, real slow, but made sure and just got that ball down. Great shot by Mieszko. He should be out from here because everything seems to be sitting pretty. I'd imagine the 7's going to go in the same pocket as a 6 here momentarily. 8 ball on the side, 9 ball in the corner.
Yeah, and it was a little bit of a, if you're not paying attention, you could notice or you could miss that he did a real good job there to stay on the back cut side of the 6. Because if you get a little bit flat on that 6 ball or just barely on the wrong side, the 7 did not have the other corner. It would have increased the difficulty of the run out exponentially.
Yeah, and I don't think you want to be doing a whole lot of force following with the way they've been jawing up balls to start off this set because they both look pretty rusty and we're rattling some.
Mieszko Fortunski, fresh off, I believe, a 9th through 16th at the U.S. Open, the highest finish of a Polish team that all went real deep, Mike. I think they had 6 players in the top 32.
Well, listen, I watch a lot of Euro Tour events. I watch a lot of majors, and you're always going to see Team Poland deep in events. Always. They all play really well. But you got to get there. And that's one thing that I was talking with Michael Panozzo about a Billiard Digest whenever we spoke about the Polish team is that yeah, they're there in the final. However many 32 players. Five of them. I think they also had a bunch left in the World 10 Ball and in the Diamond event. But it's like, man, at the end of the event, you got to make sure and get to the finals, get to the last dance. They're all more than talented enough. Um, Looks like a did he get a ball down? Yeah, he did. He did. Um, but Fortunski, I think whenever we had asked Martin, what he thought about the Polish players, and they're all talented. I think he would go and rank Mieszko as probably the best out of the bunch, but it's close, you know. And they all just those Europeans, man, their style of play and their fundamentals are just fantastic. Got a little bit of connection issue, or is that just on my end?
No, I'm seeing the same thing. Hopefully that'll bounce right back for us over there on. I guess this is Martin's phone that we're watching.
Yeah, Martin.
So
Looks like you
shout
got
out.
down that one ball.
Yeah, so Bader Alawadhi, I'm sure you guys have talked about it, but defeated Shane Van Boning a week or two ago. Was that the last Predator Pro Series, or was that the World 10 Ball? They're all running together
So
on
that
me a little bit.
yeah, no kidding. No, that would have been the he three fouled him to win, so that would have been the World 10 Ball then, I think.
Okay, and I
Yeah.
think Shane actually beat him in the last 16 after that. They drew each other again in the redraw.
Yeah, there was a little bit of controversy because they were saying how it was supposed to be eight winners and eight losers, but the way they actually went was off of rankings. So, but they did end up facing each other. Bader was up in that set in the final 16. I think something like 3-0, and then Shane ended up running away with it after catching a little bit of a gear. So, like Shane just has this ability if you when you marry it with his pocketing that if he can't figure out the break, he just starts to just muscle the break, you know, and it's no rhyme or reason or symphony or anything. It's just I'm gonna just have really good timing. The balls are gonna go flying, and hopefully I'm gonna go and have shape. And he
Yeah.
did against Baylor.
Well, Joey and Chip made a great comment. I think it was yesterday during that match with Junglin Chang, where it looked like if you give him the opportunity to figure out a table, like in a long race like that, Shane's trying to make all of the balls. That not
Yeah,
trying to make the two balls behind the one or the three railers or whatever. He's trying to make all four of those balls on the break once he gets a good feel for a table.
yeah. I mean, it's really spectacular when you go and see Shane have his break the way that it should be because he really does, like you said, just have a shot at every single one of those. Ooh, tough miss by Bader. Um, but I mean, that match, and me and Joey were kind of talking about it briefly, but it just shows how tough Chang is. And when I was talking about it early on with a friend of mine, we were talking about how Chang really hasn't been, the Chang of 2 years ago, like pre-COVID. He hasn't looked as sharp, not as intimidating. Um, he had that like filament, like that filler intimidation factor, like filler had like 2 years ago, and he doesn't have that right now. But the one thing that I was saying that I want to go and see and that makes me a little nervous is um, because we haven't seen Chang with the template, and it really does make a big difference, Jeremy, when you have a template rack versus a triangle. So,
Absolutely.
um,
As Mieszko able to capitalize on the miss on the seventh ball there by Bader. Takes a 1-0 lead, also leading after winning the first set, Hill.
let's see if we can update any other matches that have gone on. The bracket is online. Um, Labutus beat Jose Alberto. Christina Tkach, wow, beats Mickey Kraus. She faces Kachi in the next round. John Moore defeats Comino. Oliver defeats Hanto, who I think is traveling with Yap and Sharik. Jeremy Seaman defeats Greg Hogue, and I think that's it so far.
All right, into the drink with the cue ball there for Mieszko on the break. Straight into the side pocket on the left side of the table. Great opportunity here for Bader to draw level. Not too much in this rack. The key transition will be the 2 to the 3, but I think the 3 has both lower left-hand corner pockets, or, you know, to the far end of the table as we're viewing it right now. And then the 6, not really covered by the 9. That ball can be pocketed from just about the entire table. Cue ball anywhere about in that area where the 8 ball is to the left of that. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, Cody. So the format is race to 4. It is double elimination starting off. Oh, he doesn't want to be over this ball. That might be a bit of trouble there. It is double elimination until they get down to the final 16. After that, it goes down to single elimination. Oh, he was able to cue at the bottom. Okay, good shot by Bader.
Yeah, nice recovery. That wasn't too bad, having the availability with the full cue ball there. He could dig down a little bit. In pretty good shape here. I think he's certainly favored to get out from here. Like I said, the 6 ball maybe looks a little bit tough on our camera, but it's really not too difficult, especially with the 7 hanging over the other pocket like it is. This will be the key transition here the rest of the way. And he's fallen a little bit on the wrong side of the 4. You didn't want that. I think you'll probably see him come down to the foot rail and off the second rail where that piece of chalk is, maybe slightly above that piece of chalk there, and back out into the center of the table for the 6. Played it really nicely. Nice little recovery shot. And he'll just dig down here and come all the way back to the long rail. So 2 rails back to the left side of the table here. And everything wide out in the open now. We should be seeing 1-1. A lot of pressure on all these shots. There is no such thing as early in these matches or early in these sets. It's what I love about this format. I think it's what all of us love about this format, is literally every single shot is crucial.
Oh, put a little bit of extra sauce on that one, Jeremy.
Yeah, juiced it a little bit. He's okay. He's going to play it in the corner and go to the rail above the side pocket, but this isn't exactly where he wanted to be.
He hit that good. Good shot.
Hasn't really had the cue ball perfect this entire run out. He's had to make 3 kind of like halfway recovery shots, but he's going to get it done, so that's what really matters. Maybe struggling with the speed a little bit. I think that's normally what you see when a guy gets in line and then gets back out of line a couple times. It can be nerves. It can be the pace of the table. And those 2 things go hand in hand, by the way.
Well, yeah, he made sure he got there, and that's pretty big after him losing that first set, because he was in control at the beginning of that set. So you don't want to get in too much trouble early on, because, well, I mean, take that back, because it really isn't an early on. It's right out the gate, like Cody's mentioning there. Martin, I got no clue, buddy.
All right, so let's take a look at Bader's break here. Mieszko scratched on the last one, gave the opportunity, and that one, narrowly avoids scratching after getting kissed around a little bit. But a wide open layout, with the exception of not a great play on the 1. It does bank, not a big pocket on we're past the 5 there, but you do have kind of 2 chances to make it. Like you can hit the 5 and not pocket the 1, but there's basically 2 pockets here, and he
Oh,
played it.
that's stiffened up. No, he was playing the one. That ball stiffened up big time.
Yeah, yeah, he misread that one considerably. I don't know exactly what happened there.
I'm firing at that bank all the time, though. You're right, because it was such a really big pocket with that 5 ball being where it's at. But I mean, he came really inside with it. That ball had to float more.
Yeah, so I don't know that I would necessarily call it a big pocket, because if you play it like it's a big pocket, you'll hit the 5 and miss. You have to kind of commit to playing it straight in or playing it off the 5 there, because there's a room to kind of miss it both ways. Um, you'll see that a lot too when guys basically play that like it's a big pocket and they'll hit right in the one spot where they can't make it. Um, but yeah, I agree. I fire at that one, especially there's nowhere really to hide on a table that wide open. Do you think there's any chance he was trying to go behind the 1 there, or he just really missed the bank that badly? I
I
mean, behind
think.
the 9.
Well, no, I think it was more the. I think guys are having trouble with the rails too, because I was hearing that from players early today. So uh, I think the way that these rails are playing are giving guys some issues. So maybe that might be something. I think you really got to hit it. You really got to check that cue ball up in order to go and get it to tighten up the way that it did, because for me, with as far off as that one ball was to the rail, it looked like it sat pretty natural. So um, look at that, man. He overran that position big time.
So the problem when you play on springy rails is there's such a difference between the different strokes that you can bank with. Like a table's not just playing short. Like it will lengthen out if you hit it really soft, but there's such a drastic difference between the two. You have to really kind of match a speed to a line, like you're hitting a golf shot on the side of a hill or something.
You got to bear down here, and he did. What a great shot! Nice shot by Bader, and that pretty much will get him back in line here.
Yeah, I think definitely got to keep the pressure on Mieszko right here. Don't let him coast across this finish line, and Mieszko will be thinking about that last break. That's the one thing when a guy scratches straight into a pocket on the break, it's in his head on the next one, and it's easy to come up with a dry break when all you're really trying to do is not scratch. We've seen that a lot.
Oh, don't I know it? Story of my life.
This was a difficult reach here for Bader. Not the tallest of guys. He's going to come to the foot rail now and take a look at the other stretch. Nah, maybe he was just checking his line. He's going to put his leg up on the table. And got to put a good stroke on this one. Stay down. Oh, but it's easy to do that when you're stretched out. Wow.
Gave us his best Jeff Taluna impression there.
Wow, yeah, he was.
What do you do?
I think he still has the cut here. He's going to play this with a touch of check side, come across the table 2 times with the cue ball.
I don't know.
Wow, he did. He dropped back and played safe.
Like it.
Yeah, he didn't hit it very good though. He's going to give up a shot.
Mm-mm.
I think Mieszko has the cut angle here.
Yeah, but I mean, you saw already how fast these are flying, and then you're going to go and hit it that thin.
Yeah, because you've got the whole table for automatic position here. You can go all the way up to the head rail and then back out like this.
He hit that good. Boy, he hit that really good. You're right though. You really got to go and get pretty unfortunate to get down on that diamond or below to get in that no man's land.
I think the speed of the table almost helps on that shot, because a lot of tables, when they're a touch slower than this, you're kind of trying to figure out if you want to go all the way to the rail and back down or hold it. And there, like, it was never a thought. It was natural to just go all the way to the rail and back out into space. Nice out from Mieszko. Takes a 2-1 lead here in the second set. That was a big error there from Bader. Got into a spot where he had a little bit of a reach. Had to try to make sure he put a good stroke on the ball and really overcooked it. Was fortunate not to get hooked behind the 9, but ended up really thin on the 8. Didn't execute the safety well. Actually looked a bit quick for me on the safety, Mike, if I'm being honest. Like he kind of got down in one stroke to safety in a big spot.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really look like he didn't think about it, getting it exactly where he needed to. He just kind of took it for granted and just said, okay, I'm gonna hit it this way and hope to get down there, and that's it. But I think maybe also the speed and the rails maybe in his head a little bit as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. He had overhit a couple balls and then maybe kind of guarding against that on the safety, underhooded a little bit.
Yeah, Cody, I don't know what's going on. I haven't checked the Facebook feed, but maybe close it out, back up. I'm not seeing anything on our end, but I could be wrong. Look at that, Jeremy almost got in the side again. He got
Same
fortunate
one, right?
not to go yeah, yeah. Jacked up over the 6, 8 balls right there. If you're gonna go and back cut it, I don't know.
And this looks really thin, especially elevated over the 6. I think if the 6 isn't there and you could spin it a little bit, but I think you'll see him play safety here.
It's real hard because you got that 8 ball right there and you're jacked up.
Yeah, so he played it the other way.
Nice
Yeah,
shot.
nice shot. Nice shot. Uses the 8 as a stopper. And probably going to
like
see a
that
short
shot a
stick
lot,
here. Yeah, that was an intelligent safety there. That's the one that, our minds automatically go to the, cookie cutter, bank the one down table, cue ball behind the 6. But when it's not there, you have to look for another option. And he was able to come with a great shot. Probably a short stick here for Bader, I would think.
Yeah. There's enough of a gap there where he should be all right, but he ain't looking just to go and make contact. He's looking to go and make that ball.
Yeah, cue ball can get stuck down there by the 3, but I think you're pretty unlucky to not see the 2 on a make here. And that's the other thing that can happen. Pretty good.
Came out
good result.
Came out smelling like roses.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is really bad for Mieszko. Let's take a look here. He might have a one railer around the 10, actually. That might be all there is. I'm looking for a 2 railer.
That ball, you got to tighten it big time off if you're coming just one rail.
I agree, but what else is there? He's actually going to go the other way. He's going to go on the inside of the 10 with some outside. And there again, with the springy rails, you can't get that English to lengthen the cue ball out. All right, so another chance here for Bader. Wasn't able to capitalize on the last one in the previous rack, so got to have this one. And this is about as easy of a layout as you will get in 10 ball. The key transition really was the 1 to the 2. I mean, the 5 is, everything's wide open here. I don't even know what to say, Is he short already? Nah, he's going to be okay.
Yeah. No. He's good. He's good. What you say? Yeah, that's a walk. What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty funny, Jeremy. Nah,
yeah, it's funny.
Here. What are you gonna come? You're gonna come just 2 rails? Or
yeah,
just try to hold it for 1.
2 rails. I think you just got to make sure you don't overhit it and bring the 7 or the 8 into play. Yeah, watch that 7.
Look at that, the jinx. My man hit him with the jinx.
It's just kind of the way the cue ball wanted to go. Once he got as steep as he did, it was real natural for the cue ball to get where it got. And he's in trouble here. Is he looking at jumping the edge of the 8 here? Or Masse? No, he's going to play the kick shot. Almost kicks it right in.
I tell you what, man, it's a big game because, 2-2 or 3-1 when you're already stuck a set. I mean, that's huge, Jeremy. That's huge.
This is 2 racks in a row that he has gifted to Mieszko, and Mieszko will gladly get this beat up on the wire and take the 3-1 lead. Just got to come with a nice shot here. He's a little bit off angle on the 5. I think he may have just checked to see if he can go forward and beat the 8. But now he's going to come straight back over to the left side long rail and back out into space, take the 7 and 8 out of play.
Good shot.
He was actually a little bit straighter than even I thought on that one. So great shape here for Mieszko. He's reaching into the bag for the extension, but nothing in this. You can play this a couple different ways, whatever he likes here. May just keep it simple and drag this up the rail a little bit for the 7 in the lower right-hand pocket as we're viewing the table. No, he wants to go forward 2 rails in between these 2 balls.
He's out. That was a good shot.
Yeah, a little bit easier to play it that way, especially with the bridge. It's always difficult when you're drawing the ball to a spot with the bridge. So he played it forward naturally. And looking real good here to go up 3-1. And Bader is in trouble. This was Mieszko's break. Oh, this is winter break, isn't it?
Yeah, you're in a real bad game.
Wow.
That's what I mean. You can just get buried so quick, and every shot is real important. I mean, he pretty much just gave the set away. I mean, it ain't over yet, but I mean, it should easily be, 3-1 the other way.
Yes, should be. I would say so. Should be 3-1 the other way. And let's see if Mieszko can figure out that cue ball on this next break. He scratched 2 racks ago, and the one after that narrowly avoided the same pocket. So
look at that. He's frustrated, and I think that's an indication about how those rails are playing. That's exactly what he was looking at.
I agree 100%, but you can only complain about the equipment so long before you just decide that you're not going to be the guy that it beats. You have to make the adjustment. You can't let it be. You can't be the one that's frustrated by the equipment and the other guy's just doing what he has to do. And you'll have that at all levels. You amateur players out there watching, don't be the guy that's going to the tournament complaining about the one rule that you don't like, tilted by, the no soft break rule at whatever tournament you're at. Look, you can have your set of preferences, but once it's time to get down to business, you got to put all those complaints, all that negativity out of your head, and don't be the guy that it's a disadvantage for.
Well, he finally hit those balls pretty square, but I don't know if he's going to be going for this.
Yeah, you have to think safety here, I would imagine. Kind of banking the 1 down 2 rails past, behind the 3.
Big bounce.
Yeah, he had a lot of cover there.
We're pretty good at butchering names around here, buddy. Can he see it? Can he make it? Selling out. Oh. Boy. It's kind of tough to tell, Jeremy, but
I don't think you can take this on. I think you got to play safety again. Just because of the position of the 3 here, it's so tough to play shape for the 1. I think. I don't know. Maybe he can kind of pinch this out. He is. Okay.
It.
Yeah, it was there. Nice shot. He was able to hit that one.
Just yet.
No, by no means. But he was able to hit that one a lot more full than I thought, Mike, which helped him hold that cue ball. And he's in pretty good shape here. This 1 to the 2 is the shot of the rack. If he can get a look at the 2, he should be out. Nice shot. A little bit long. Now, he's got 2 options here. Go ahead.
No, I mean, he's playing. Oh yeah, he's playing to go and win the set. He's gonna go out and make the 2 and come back across.
Yeah, I think you're definitely shooting here. You can roll it on the side. It's probably a little bit more natural to play it in the corner for the cue ball, but he did not even scare that pocket. Looks like he might have moved around on that one a little bit, actually.
We got away with it. And this might be Bader's last shot on the no loss side. Well, maybe not. He got away with it too. 10 ball's gonna help him out.
Yeah, and the 4-3 is in a bad spot for this kick for Mieszko. He may have to go. Yeah, he's going to have to go the other way, which makes the ball a smaller ball to hit because the 10 covers, the bottom half of it. And you also don't have that two-railer behind it that you would probably prefer here with a little bit of a kick and stick. So this is tough. Tough to get a great result here. He's going to try to kick it with a little bit of pace and get the 2 going down table, maybe behind the 3-4, maybe farther to the center of the foot rail. Yeah, I didn't like that. He was trying to use the 10, but actually not second look here. He kind of got a decent result out of this. And Bader's going to try the jump shot with the cue ball frozen to the rail. This is still doable. Yeah, and that's these rails are really, really springy. You see how short that cue ball comes? There's no way you scratch in that side pocket there. That's kind of wild. And Bader looks like he is fully tilted at this point.
Well,
Mieszko with a great chance. Yeah, you would think. Do we have another match coming up after this, Mike? What's the plan?
Oh, we got to touch base with Martin and see what we got going on. We'll do our best to get you as many matches as we can, a la Las Vegas. But you and I are both remote, so we can only do but so much, But good shot, good shot. Is he on the wrong side though? He's good. He can come around.
Yeah, probably come around 3 rails about almost exactly to where the cue ball is now. You're not going to get close to this ball. Take a little bit of a cut.
Well,
if we get to watch it.
Yeah. Martin says he's going to do the next best thing, so we'll I think we'll probably end the stream, I guess, and then we'll come back once we get situated and set up and find out who's playing who and where we're at. And this is a double sweater because we don't even know what the hell's going on here.
Yeah, we lost the signal here, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know if we end the video. We have 370 people watching right now, so if it's going to be a quick transition, I don't know. Looks like Joey's going to jump in and tell us what to do real quick. He's muted. We can't hear him.
Joey's dogging it. Okay, here we go. We're back. Mieszko on the 10.
I did go all the way to the short side, but gonna get absolutely.
Whoa.
Oh, it goes.
Oh.
No way.
Man, someone go check on Bader. That's so cold. Oh man.
He's still got to spin this in a little bit. He's going to put some outside on this, and the cue ball is going to run around about 5 rails, I think. And this is going to be so sick if we don't get to watch this one because this shot is going to be a highlight reel.
No, I think there's enough of a gap. He'll be all right.
You think he could straight cut it?
In the chat there. I think, or maybe at least just spin it in, just throw it in.
Yeah. I think he has to spin it a little bit.
God, this is brutal, man. I want to watch. This is why we should have gone to Michigan. Come on now. I'm gonna phone on airplane mode.
What's a ticket to Michigan right here? Let's just take a look at this.
Look for 2, buddy. Good night.
So, Mike, you're home right now.
Yeah, finally, man. It's been a long few weeks. Oh, actually, a long few months.
I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was I thought your home was like a Manti Te'o girlfriend kind of situation, like just something we pretended was there.
Well, they're back, and now
we missed it.
Look at that. He made it then. Look at that. They're just checking to see how the table's playing. Yeah. I don't. I don't know. It's tough. Look at him. Martin says sorry, but they'll be back. That's Martin, the man behind everything. Well, let's see what they're doing it because they're just pretty much just testing it out and seeing how it's playing. But I think
Yeah.
that
Go ahead.
maybe they
Sorry.
should have done a little bit more, a little bit more testing on the tables, maybe prior to these big events, because guys are spending a lot of money to go and travel and compete and all that. You know, and I know they're getting a lot of valuable feedback from all these players now, but um, you got to have consistency. Uh, yeah, you got to have consistency whenever they're going and playing for this kind of money. All right, let's. I guess we'll figure out what all we got coming up next. Oh boy, this is what the folks at home really want to see, huh?
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
All right,
um,
so
it's been a long few weeks, but we'll also be. I'm gonna try to do some stuff from South Carolina next week. I know Mike and them are going to be having a pay per view for the Diamond event, the $50,000 added. But we may be able to do some side matches. I'm still trying to work out all those details, but um, I would say maybe we just come back and see maybe whenever they go and get into their match setup.
yeah, if you're gonna take a break for a second, that's fine. I'm gonna sit here and take a look and see what he looks like. He's taking a walk around with the camera right now. I just wanted to change the view so nobody in the audience gets like seasick or whatever. So looks like he might have found something. I'm not quite sure. Looks like is that Shane Wolford?
Yeah, Shane's there. I know that. Let me see who would he be playing. Sharik, but that wasn't Sharik that got on that table unless he moved it. What
I
round are
think
we going to
that's
be in? It's the 10:30, the noon match. Conrad beat Ruslan. Shane Wolford and Sharik. Kazakis beat Muhammad. Let's see. There's a 130 round. Oh, 130 round. Well, on the TV table, it's going to be Yap versus Kiamko, so that should be good. Let's see. Daniel Snyder and Sanjin. Yeah, I think we're going to have Shane Wolford and Sharik, which will be a really good matchup. Sharik's been playing very, very well lately.
Joey's giving me the updates in the private chat here, and I love how he spells out Wolford's last name for me, but doesn't give me Sharik's. That's... I didn't need help with that one. Oh, okay.
I'll send you the link in here. Let's see.
We'll see if we can get a score update for you guys as soon as possible. I'm assuming it's the second set as Shane knocks that 10 ball in. Shane out of Virginia, I believe, the Wolf's Den. I want to say it's Roanoke, Virginia. Nice young player there. 22 years of age, as far as I know, off the top of my head. Being told that Sharik is from Singapore. To answer Troy, I think that's my buddy Troy Bolden in the comments. Troy, New Jersey pool player. You can find the mainstream table at Distro TV, the Distro TV app. Find the Billiard TV channel. That's one way. I think there's a link to it also if you go to Q Sports International, the webpage. They have a link to the live stream there as well. So we're working on seeing if we can get a score update for you guys. I know that's at least one rack there for Shane. Hold on, I think I may have just got information from.
Hey, Jeremy, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you, Joey.
Yeah, I had no idea what happened. But guys, thanks for sticking with us. We're trying to get you guys another match here. And so now we see from this view why it's a concrete floor. It's like an actual arena. So it's pretty cool. I remember the one time I went to Turning Stone just being kind of, enamored by the arena that they had there where they had all these, like box seats or bleachers, and it was really cool. I actually played Keith McCready, and I was beating him 6-1 in a race to 11. And we had about 80, 90 people gather around in those seats. And then I started dogging my brains out. Keith played amazing. So it's fun.
Keith played like Keith. Being told by Martin that this is 2-2 second set. Shane won the first set by a score of 4-2. So great play from the young man. And looks to be in pretty good shape here. Can't tell from my vantage point if the one passes the 8, but he's looking at it like it does for sure.
Yeah, I think it does. I first met Shane last year at the Scotch Doubles tournament in Maryland, state championship, and him and Nathan Childress won that tournament. And so that's when he hit my radar. My brother and I finished third, and we didn't get a chance to play them. We got knocked out right before them, but I started kind of following him. We had him on the Booth Brothers. And he's really been stepping up against top competition, playing in all the events, and it's really good to see. And that's going to serve him well.
Yeah, at the Dynaspheres event over in Maryland, the first one, the 9-ball event, I believe it was, Shane Van Boning was there, and he was supposed to play a challenge match with Fedor Gorst the day before the tournament started. They had a mandatory players meeting Friday night along with the challenge match, and then Fedor was not able to get there. So Shane Wolford actually stepped in to fill Fedor Gorst's place. I think it was a race to 20, last second, and Shane Wolford trailed Shane Van Boning in that match by like 12-3 or 11-3, something like that. And actually was able to get back to down 16-15 before SVB was finally able to close that match out. That was on a 9-foot Rasson table on a live stream against Shane Van Boning, one of the best players in the world. So this young man has a ton of talent, a ton of heart, and is really trying to get out there and play in some of these bigger events now. Anybody that doesn't know who he is, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of him in the American pool scene moving forward, I believe.
Yo. All right, so where are we at? 2-2?
2-2 second set. Shane was able to win the first set by a score of 4-2, and this is trying to complete a break and run here to go up 3-2.
Shane's hitting that ball with authority. Hitting the ball pretty clean, too, it looks like.
Yeah, he's got a great cue action. Gets through the cue ball so nicely on every shot. Just an aggressive, accelerating stroke. And this simple 10 ball will give him a 3-2 advantage in the second set with a chance to try to break and close out. Sharik Syed here in the first round action at the CSI Predator Pro Series stop in Michigan. You guys are watching outer table bonus coverage with the Booth Brothers. I'm doing some guest commentary. I'm Jeremy Mason of the Sweat Podcast. Hope you guys are enjoying this. And Shane's able to get it done there. Leads 3-2.
Yeah, Shane's one of these guys who's going to be competing for a Mosconi Cup spot, I think, in the next, few years. He seems to be doing things the right way.
He's got a great support system. His family's 100% behind him. They own the Wolf's Den pool room there in Roanoke, Virginia. Just a really nice, respectful young man. And I think he's going to go far in this game. Only 22 years old.
Well, he'll be there for the next half hour if he's trying to get them balls frozen.
Well, that last break worked out, so maybe he's got something figured out. Let's take a look at this next one. Although it was a little bit goofy, he was shooting the one ball down into that corner. Oh no, I guess that would be typical. I'm sorry. This orientation is throwing me off a little bit. Not used to doing the side angle too much. We had a great look at the one ball in that corner to his left right now. It's going to the other side this time. Is he dry?
He is. And Sharik's gonna have an open shot, and everything looks pretty good here. Sharik's been Yap sparring partner out there in Singapore, so I hadn't seen him play in a little while. I know he also spent some time here at in the States at what is Mark Wilson's place, Lindenwood or I can't remember, but anyway, Sharik's a very talented player, and since he came back, man, he seems to be playing just even better than the last time I seen him. So, with this format, like we touched base upon, it'll it'll go make you look really good, or it'll go make you shake a little bit.
Yeah, great look here. Really just going to have to get a good shot from the 4 to the 5, and then the rack opens up from there. The 7 does have both lower corner pockets. So not too much in this.
Cool.
Really just got to get on the 5.
Got some balls to kind of navigate through here.
Yeah,
Some
maybe just a
landmines
little
to go
bit.
and dodge.
Maybe just a little bit steeper than he wanted here. I think he could still just spin it, and even if he went into the 9, it might be okay. Maybe not. Yeah, I mean, you can't be that steep on the 4 to get to the 5, I guess. So this is difficult. But I think he can go between the, 3 rails between the 10 and the 5 if he has to. Can't quite tell.
Shane won the first set, Fedor.
He's looking at something else here. I almost said that he might bank it, but he's...
That did not pay off, being jacked up over that 9.
Yeah, I think we'll have to see when he gets down how much of that cue ball he has available. He might be a little bit better than you think. If he's playing some low outside here, I think he has what he needs. He'll be elevated. Oh, no, yeah, it might be bad.
Yeah, that changed up real quick.
No, this is no fun.
I think it's just you want to get the ball down and then just try to duck on the 5. Don't try to do too much here. Well, he went for it. He went to go and get out and get shape and all that, and he's about to be in jail here.
Well, I don't think it's there. I don't think that shot's there. No, that 4 is frozen to the 10. If you draw a straight line between the 4-10, it almost goes to the. Right. Yeah, he's gonna have to play a little bit more of a touchy shot. Still trying to use the 10, but he's gonna have to play the 4 to the rail and kind of roll onto the I guess the far side of the 10 as we're viewing it now. This is pretty awkward. It's possible that he can still play a version of the shot that you called where the 4 just barely rubs the 10. I think that's what he's doing. He's going to play like a 2-way bank shot here.
Well, I was saying
how'd he hit it?
He hit that good. Good.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I was saying it if he had the gap, but yeah, he obviously did not have the gap at all. Boy, he came away. He came away looking real good there.
You know how much
kind of flat, ain't he?
Yeah. You know how much knowledge was on that shot? That ball caromed off the 10 to bank to the side pocket. And he wasn't playing all out on the make. He was playing 2 ways.
For sure. He got the best out of that shot too.
Well, that you see it
with it.
You know what we were just sorry. But you know what we were just talking about with how well he gets through the cue ball. You see how much that spin really just grabbed off that rail, and that just shows you like his the way he gets through the cue ball is really top notch.
I like the way he's attacking the table. He's got some confidence to him right now.
Mike, I keep talking over you. Your video is a hair choppy, and I'm not seeing when you're getting ready to go ahead and talk. So I apologize. I'm
I
not
don't know. You're
trying to
good.
do that.
No. You're fine. You're fine. We're here having fun and just trying to bring you guys as much action as we can. We ain't the most clean or buttoned up. We saved that for Joey Ryan. But
Are you talking about the
Shane
guy who had
Wolford here.
his mic muted for like 15 minutes while he was talking? That
Yeah,
one? Oh, okay.
he was probably going on and on and on. And Shane's about to go and take this down and send Sharik to the one loss side. Let's see who he'll be facing in the next round. So Shane moves on. He's going to be facing. Boy, it doesn't get any easier. He's going to be facing Roland Garcia, and Roland's been playing really well lately. So let's see what other trouble we can go and get into. Yeah, little
Yeah.
Chris.
So
He don't got that much gangster in him like you, buddy. Go ahead, Joe. I mean, go ahead, Jeremy.
I was just going to say, Joe, whenever we are out of matches for this round, we are going to go ahead and close this video down. Joey's, trying to take care of some things at home and stuff. So we're going to get it to where I am running the restream from my computer. But we'll wait for now to see if Martin has anything else for us as this round wraps up. But I'm not
Yeah,
seeing
I'd say
anything from him. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say let's just try to shut it down, and then we'll just game plan and regroup and figure out what we're gonna do next.
All right, there you have it, guys. Thanks for being with us, and stay tuned for us to be back live in a few minutes. Hope you're enjoying this. We'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks, guys.